60% of the people who receive Social Security benefits are women. The problem is most of us have no clue how Social Security will affect our financial future or our money safety net.
Yes, a good thing Karen Ellenbecker is here. Okay, listen up, ladies. This information is for you and for everyone who needs to better understand Social Security in general and your money future, right, Karen?
Yes. You know, there's so much to cover, and particularly if you're married, if you're divorced, if you're a widow.
If you're a woman.
If a woman. It's so important that you talk to somebody, because so many people think that just because they think Social Security is going to go out of business, there's all this stuff on the news.
Right.
So I'll take it while I can get it. But what most people don't recognize is that the longer you wait, the better. Social Security grows every year by 8%.
Right.
So if you take it the first year, you don't get that compounding in that growth. So many people just take it because they think they have it. But it really makes money sense to think about it and to really determine, should I take it? When should I take it? Now, granted, if you need it to live, you're going to have to take it. But most often in a married couple particularly, we look at that couple and who was the higher earner. And it often makes sense for the one with the lower earnings to take it first and let that grow, particularly to 70. It can mean thousands and thousands of dollars, particularly if you have that crystal ball and you know how long you're going to live.
Right, yeah, exactly.
If you're not going to live long, then maybe you should take it.
Right.
Yeah. But it's that old crystal ball thing.
Thankfully, a lot of our viewers have that crystal ball, so you're in good shape. Let's talk a little bit, first, the statistic that the main reason that women on average, or that 60% are receiving Social Security, we said are women, and the reason for that is because women on average live 5 years longer than men, on average. Many more than that. And for many women, they leave money, you say, on the table because they don't understand the benefits available to them. So why do you see this issue as being so important?
Well, because women don't have pensions, they often haven't worked, they don't have other savings. And there's a funny rule in Wisconsin, actually everywhere, is that if somebody gets on long-term care, so let's say that a husband has a very large retirement account, several $100,000s, $1 million. And if they get sick, the way the law reads now, that the community spouse, the one who is in the community as well, gets to keep about $110,000, gets to keep a car, a house, and their retirement account. Now, if you get divorced, that retirement account of your husband's is split equally, but if you get sick, it's his alone. And so let's say he gets sick first and he has to use up a lot of his retirement account. That Social Security check is going to be really important for that spouse because they no longer have the advantage of that retirement account. Now, again, every single situation is different, but people tend to just think, I'm going to take it. Many people even take it if they don't need it, rather than the longer you wait. So if that spouse had taken Social Security right away, used up a lot of that retirement account, but had waited to age 70, that woman in the community would have a larger check to live off of. So I guess the big news today is, you know, there's so much to cover. If you have the ability to take Social Security, and there's thousands of people retiring, baby boomers, check with somebody, check with your accountant, go to ssa.gov. There are all kinds of calculators, but what most people do is they think that they only have one option. There are so many options depending on your situation. Taking it early, people think that you can't ever change. You can change Social Security. You can start it and stop it, which is really the nice thing.
Yeah.
Well, and let's kind of just back up just a second and break it down through marital status. So starting with married women again, just what are the benefits for married women specifically?
Well, a lot of married women don't realize that if they've worked, again, it depends, have you worked and been married or not? But you always have the ability of having a portion of your husband's Social Security. So you want to determine when should you take that. So if you're married, again, you can have your husband's Social Security. And if you're a divorcee, if you've gotten divorced, a lot of people think, well, if I get married, I can't have Social Security. The truth of it is you just have to wait till you're 60 to be able to get your husband. So you can get married, then you never have ability to get Social Security. If you wait and get married after you're age 60, you have the ability to choose on your current husband or your former husband's Social Security once he's deceased. Now, the other interest...
once he's deceased.
If you're a widow.
If you're a widow.
Of your former.
husband. Then you have that ability. The other thing is that a lot of divorcees don't think that they have the ability to get Social Security off of their former husband. The key is, first of all, keep the Social Security number so you can check later on. And if you were married over 10 years, you have the ability to get Social Security on your former husband, even if he's had 5 wives.
Really?
Even if he's currently married.
Does that
and
go
someone
opposite
is getting
too for men?
Yes.
So if the male was married to the female,
10 years,
10
is
years,
the
he
magic
can draw
number.
off her too?
He can draw off of her too.
Does it mean then that that person gets less?
No, they all get the same.
Okay.
And that's why people will say, no wonder we're going broke.
Right.
Yeah.
But you do have to be married 10 years in order to claim that. And for a woman, you have to wait to get remarried until you're after 60. So if you're thinking about getting married, if your husband had a much larger Social Security check than the person that you're going to marry, male or female, you may want to wait till after 60.
Okay. There's a lot of little rules in there, so I feel like people need to contact you. And right now you've got several free seminars that are coming up, so people can learn a little bit more about Social Security, get your smarts on. It's June 20th at 6 p.m., June 25th at 1 p.m., or July 11th at 6 p.m. Again, all of these seminars are free with Ellenbecker Investment Group. And here's how you can reach Karen Ellenbecker. She's at ellenbecker.com, or call her at 262-691-3200. As you can tell, there's tons of information to know, and you better know what you're doing with your money.
It's just important to check before you make a decision.
Yeah. Be smart.
Choices. It's all about choices.
I like that.
Thank you,
Karen.